What up, my devils? Sensei-tutum here. Just want to do a quick Friday video for you guys. I don't want to make it too long. I think I'm going to do a quick little rundown of the market, just some of the bigger cap coins, and just sort of tell you where I think we are. So last week in my Bitcoin Friday video, I told you guys that that I thought we were in a flat for this wave 4, that wave 3 completed here, and that this was in A, B, working on C. Still the case now. That is my primary. And I would say that we have, according to this count, this needs to be, yeah, so I think that this is a 1, 2, and I think that this is a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 will end here. So this is just the 4 of the 3. Potentially, we had the overlap here. That gives you the indication of that. It looks like we have a clear flat playing out here. Is it done yet? I'm not getting into the micros on these guys, but I would say looks like we probably have one more push up to test these Vegas waves on the hourly and hit this 382. Oh, actually, no, we would already be at this 382 there. So, and we would pull from here. We're at the 50 now. It still looks like we might get, 1, 2, 3, 4, one push up. We're getting a little green here. So yeah, I think another push up potentially. Is it over? No, I don't see I mean, obviously it could always be over, but if this 3 was somehow here and this was somehow an impulse, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're not caring about the subwaves, which it's just not the case. Just to me, it's not an impulse. It's not a diagonal. This is a 3-wave structure. So I'm sticking with this flat, and I reserve the right to be wrong as usual. But I'm thinking 1, 2. This is your 3, and we're in the 4 of the 3 to come down, finish the 3, then we'll go up and we'll come down. Oops, we'll end up breaking this. We'll end up breaking this channel and hitting this retracement area as low as actually coming down to 65, 79, and I still think this is a good area for a long, and that's what I think on Bitcoin. All right, let's move on to ETH real quick. So the way I see Ethereum, and there's always a level of uncertainty in the market. You're never exactly sure what's going on, but you have to, decide what your primary is and how confident you are in that primary. And then you have to make your alternative and decide how confident you are on that alternative. And then, base your trading decisions upon that. So right now we're sticking with the count where we're at this degree 3 on ETH. And I think that we're potentially in a triangle. We've got 3, 3, 3 so far. This would be a running triangle with the B wave creating a relative high to the end of the 3, the orthodox end of the 3. So this could play out. Either way, if it doesn't end up being a triangle, and remember, guys, on triangles you usually have to redraw them and things like that. This C potentially, if it comes down, if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 and it's coming down again, it doesn't violate till it breaks this A, right? So keep that in mind. We'll have to redraw this potentially, but looking like a triangle is playing out, maybe. If it's not a triangle, maybe this turns into a 3, 3, 5 of some sort, and this could be 1, 2, and this is the 4 of the 3 on this, and then come down for the 5, come up for the 3, go down, just like Bitcoin, essentially. But this is also a possibility. So looking at that on ETH, let's check out LTC. All right, so Litecoin has been leading the market pretty much the entire way since the beginning of the year. I see it a few different ways. So, I see a completed 5 wave here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this size of retracement sort of, gives you the idea that this is correcting at least all of this, right? Are we up going for new highs now? Potentially. Maybe. We came down, touched the Vegas waves here on the 4 hour. got above this median line, which is definitely good. We'll, look for testing that as support. Or, does it just mean that we are more advanced and that this is the, completion of everything off the low and we need to do the big retrace on Litecoin? I'm not quite prepared to say that yet. It does, on the highest time frame, I mean, this thing's still quite oversold. I mean, overbought. We'll look at that in a minute, but I think I would like to say that potentially we're going for an extended fifth here, and this is just the one of that extended fifth, potentially. Or, maybe we're going for an extended fifth on a different degree, but essentially the idea is that I do not think it's done, and, this was a good buy, and if you get back, if this comes up and comes back and retests this area again, I think that's a good level to buy. These Vegas waves are nice support, and we have our secondary algo target there. And you look at this reaction at this first algo sell. You don't think that this algo is in on the market? It's definitely in. Actually, I pulled that wrong for algo. That's where you pull him. Let's say there. So anyway, still, we have the strong sell at the algo. So at this next target, should we, come back down, test this, and you get a rebuy, this is your, I would say this is a definite area for profit take. And then as an Elliott, readdress Elliott at this point. How does this Elliott work into there? Maybe this fifth is just getting extended, of this degree, or not that degree, this degree. Hard to say, but, eventually we're going to top out here. I just don't think we've done that yet. Just don't think so. Let's check EOS real quick. So EOS, a little different than the other guys in that, so Bitcoin and Ethereum are pretty similar in where they are, I think, in the correction. Litecoin is either just starting to be or has already finished its correction, just to clarify there. So again, Litecoin has been leading, so I would sort of tend to, it's hard to say though, because we still have a decent bit left on Bitcoin's correction. So I would say that Litecoin's probably in its B now. In any event, I think that Litecoin is a B. So you will have another opportunity on a retest of that area I discussed. Now, with EOS, I believe that this is just an A and just part of an A. 1, 2, 3, 4, coming down for 5. We've already come in and really gotten to the meat of this box that I had previously given you guys, or members. I'm not sure who got that video. So, this could end up still being the box that we have, and there's just a lot of support in here, right? That's why I picked it. But remember, very often, almost, it's almost like clockwork that, wave 4 ends in the area of wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, which is here. Now, if we did that, we'd come down and we'd just violate, as far as if we were to come to the terminus, which is, quite often where you get. But we could easily come down into this area. Let's check the VPVR. So yeah, we haven't even come, and this is the support I was talking about when I made this box, this VPVR, this volume, this price action, all these pivots. Interesting that we have this geometric support coming up here. So maybe we come down, bounce in this area, as you might expect, up, and then down right around into the bottom of the box, or, like I say, potentially come down through it. Can we test this? We can test this. I don't think we will, but yeah, I don't think we're going to test that. Let's see if this is original. Let's see where we're at. Not shocking. Not shocking at all. So we'll break out of this, but yeah, I think that after another little leg down, like most of these charts, we'll get a bounce. On Bitcoin, we'll do another leg down, just a reference back for the fifth of the third, and then we have the larger degree fourth of, the C by my count. And same thing here, that's the larger degree fourth of C on Bitcoin. Here, that will be the, after one little leg down this will finish the A, we'll go up for the B, and then come back down. Height of the B still to be determined. So we've got a market bounce coming, but again, there should be another leg down. And, depending on the chart, who knows how big the bounce will be. So far, my favorite count for trading right now, by the way of what I've covered, is the ETH chart. Just FYI. And let's finish this up with BNB. So just because this is a big boy in the market and can't be ignored, got this on a log scale. And what we need to consider is, I think that we have the completion of, just like Litecoin, it's sort of what's going on here. This one's been, a lot more overbought than some of the others. And do we have a completed fifth here? This is real funky to count, and I think this is the best way to do it, a bit of an extended first. And I think it's clear to say that this is at least correcting this, right? It's not part of this. And a lot like Litecoin, I think that it is correcting this, and that this is not in yet. But, how will this play out? To be determined. But I think that we will go up from here. Let's get a log. Well, once this is done, and this is all very corrective price action, we will go up and test new highs. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of, we've hit the 382 of that whole move, which, as far as a 382 retrace on as far as all this is going, is not bad. You could look for a break of this channel, this median line, before you take any bullish trades potentially, without seeing more of a resolution of count in Bitcoin. But remember, this chart will flow kind of on its own and mega bullish when other things are not bullish, because people trade Bitcoin against it. So you might be buying BNB, selling Bitcoin. But that's what I see. I don't think but just like the rest of the market, this thing's gonna top like everything else. This thing's gonna top like everything else, and I just don't think it's happened yet. It will, though. So basically, that's where I'm at on the market, guys. We're getting towards the top. I do want to show you one more thing. Still sick. Sorry about that. And if you guys have heard banging throughout this video, I've got a little construction project going on at my house. So if we look out on the weekly, just zoom out on the weekly time frame, we're still super hot on the oscillators. Getting the sell on the Moody oscillator here. Litecoin, same thing. Look at that. Super oversold or overbought. Let's see, EOS. Same thing. And then let's check the where are we at? Let's check the and this is one of the reasons why I'm kind of feeling ETH at the moment. A little less overbought on the highest time frame. So maybe, potentially, just maybe, if you get in, all these things are in a 4 of some degree, or, correction before going up for another leg, hopefully like this. And the hope for me is, since we're a little less overbought, maybe potentially you can garner some better returns here. Like EOS is up over 400% on the year. Bitcoin is up quite a bit, and ETH is, at the high there, up less than 300%, which is a shit ton, right? Don't get me wrong, but in comparison to its brethren, it's been a little bit of a laggard, and I think you could potentially take advantage of that. Just drawing up some geometry there. All right, boys, that's where I'm at. I just wanted to give you the rundown. This market has not topped, in my opinion. I just wanted to give you a quick look at everything out there. All right, Toot signing out.